Feeling like your brain is scattered and to-do lists are taunting you? We've all been there. The thing is, cramming more tasks into your day might not be the answer. David Kadavy, in his book Mind Management, Not Time Management, argues that true productivity hinges on managing your mind, not just your minutes. In this summary, you'll get the key takeaways to help you boost your creativity and get more meaningful work done without feeling overwhelmed. If you're looking to make the most of your creative potential, this is for you. Come along on this insightful adventure with us. Please ring the bell, subscribe, and hit the like button to ensure you don't miss out on this series. Chapter 1 is titled, Mind Management, Not Time Management. Managing our minds is more productive than just managing our time, as Kadavy argues, because traditional time management strategies don't account for the erratic nature of our mental energy and focus, which is especially problematic when it comes to creative work. Let's say you have a large creative project that has a deadline. Rather than setting up a set period every day to work on it, you concentrate on figuring out when your creativity is at its highest. You decide to devote your early hours to this endeavor as you've seen that your best thoughts emerge in the morning following a restful night's sleep. You operate much more efficiently when you match your job to your mental energy than when you just set aside random times throughout the day to get things done. Let's break down the key lessons from this chapter. Number 1, understand your mental peaks. Identify the times of day when your mind is most alert and creative. Use these periods for your most important and demanding tasks. Number 2, focus on energy, not time. Instead of strictly following a timetable, pay attention to your mental energy levels. Work when you feel most inspired and take breaks when your energy dips. Number 3, flexibility is key. Be flexible with your schedule. Creative work often requires spontaneous bursts of energy and inspiration. Allow yourself to adapt your routine as needed. Chapter 2 titled, Creative Sweet Spot. This chapter explains how each person's most creative and productive states are influenced by a different set of elements. You can increase the quality of your work and improve your productivity by identifying and utilizing your creative sweet spot. Imagine you're a writer struggling to find inspiration. You decide to experiment with different environments, times of day, and routines to see what works best for you. You notice that writing in a quiet cafe early in the morning, after a light breakfast and a short walk, helps you feel more inspired and focused. By consistently replicating these conditions, you find yourself producing higher quality work more efficiently. The following are some tactics. Number 1, identify your sweet spot. Pay attention to when and where you feel most creative. It could be early in the morning, late at night, in a bustling environment, or in complete solitude. Number 2, experiment with variables. Test different conditions such as time of day, location, background noise, and physical activity to find what enhances your creativity. Number 3, create a routine. Once you identify your sweet spot, establish a routine that incorporates these optimal conditions. Consistency helps reinforce productive habits. The title of Chapter 3, The 4 Stages of Creativity. These phases are defined by the author as preparation, incubation, illumination, and verification. By knowing what to anticipate and how to handle each stage, you may manage your creative tasks more skillfully. Assume you are developing a fresh marketing strategy for your business. You gather the required data and materials during the preparation phase. You stop thinking about the project actively during incubation to give your subconscious time to assimilate the knowledge. You encounter illumination one morning while jogging. You suddenly get a great concept for marketing. Lastly, you polish and test your idea in the verification stage to make sure it's prepared for execution. What do we learn from this chapter? Number 1, preparation. This is the groundwork stage. Gather information, do your research, and immerse yourself in the problem you're trying to solve. This stage sets the foundation for creativity. Number 2, incubation. Take a step back from the problem. Engage in different activities or take a break. This allows your subconscious mind to work on the idea without conscious effort. Number 3, illumination. This is the aha moment when a solution or creative idea suddenly emerges. These moments often come when you're relaxed and not actively thinking about the problem. In the title of Chapter 4, The 7 mental states of creative work. Kadavy distinguishes 7 different states, from intense concentration to intense distraction. Knowing these states allows you to work with, rather than against, your innate mental rhythms, which improves your ability to navigate the creative process and increase productivity. Consider yourself a graphic designer engaged in a fresh endeavor. You're in different states of mind at different times. Sometimes you're completely absorbed in design, a state known as deep attention. At other moments, you're more at ease and prone to daydreaming, at which time you have random thoughts. You may use each of these distinct mental states for its advantages by acknowledging and accepting them, which will make the creative process more productive and pleasurable. What is this chapter teaching us? Number 1, match tasks to mental states. Align your tasks with your current mental state. For example, tackle detailed design work during high focus periods and brainstorm new ideas during creative thinking or incubation periods. Number 2, embrace natural rhythms. Your mental states will naturally fluctuate throughout the day. Instead of fighting these changes, work with them to maintain productivity and creativity. Number 3, schedule accordingly. Plan your day around your mental state. For instance, schedule demanding tasks during peak focus times and allow for breaks or less demanding tasks when your energy is lower. Chapter 5 is titled, Creative Cycles. This chapter illustrates how creativity flows in cycles rather than traveling in a straight line. Through comprehension and utilization of these cycles, we can maximize our artistic productivity while preventing burnout. Assume the role of a musician who is recording a new album. You become aware that your creative energy fluctuates. There are moments when you are so inspired that you write several songs in a short amount of time. Sometimes it's difficult for you to think of anything fresh. Understanding these creative cycles, you choose to focus your low energy periods on editing and fine-tuning your work, and your high energy periods on intense songwriting sessions. You can keep making steady progress with this strategy without getting overwhelmed. Here are some strategies. Number 1, recognize your cycles. Listen to your natural creative rhythms. Identify when you feel most inspired and when you need rest. Number 2, plan around cycles. Schedule your most demanding creative tasks during peak cycles and less intensive tasks during low energy periods. Number 3, embrace the downtime. Understand that low energy periods are a natural part of the creative process. Use this time for rest, reflection, and recharging. Chapter 6 titled, Creative Systems. Kadavy says that creativity flourishes under the correct structure. By developing methods that streamline your workflow, eliminate decision fatigue, and nurture consistency, you may boost your productivity and sustain a continuous supply of creative work. Imagine you're a content creator who needs to produce a steady stream of videos for your YouTube channel. Instead of approaching each video haphazardly, you develop a system. You start by outlining a template for your scripts, setting specific filming days, and allocating editing time. This system reduces the mental effort needed to start each video and ensures a consistent workflow, allowing you to focus more on the creative aspects of your work. What insights does this chapter provide? Number 1, create templates. Develop templates for repetitive tasks. Whether it's writing, designing, or planning, templates save time and reduce decision fatigue. Number 2, set routines. Establish regular routines that support your creative work. Consistent habits help maintain momentum and make creative work a part of your daily life. Number 3, automate where possible. Use tools and technology to automate repetitive tasks. This frees up mental energy for more important creative work. The title of Chapter 7, Creative in Chaos. The author demonstrates that while chaos and unpredictability are unavoidable, you can still do excellent work if you have procedures in place to deal with these disturbances. This chapter is all about learning to be adaptable and how to maintain your creative flow in the face of turbulence. If you work as a freelance graphic designer for several different companies, several clients suddenly ask for important things at the same time, upsetting your carefully laid out schedule. Rather than becoming overwhelmed, you sort the jobs into smaller, more manageable steps, discuss realistic timetables with your clients, and rank the projects according to significance and urgency. Despite the hectic conditions, you can produce high-quality work by remaining flexible and well-organized. Observations that are important to note in this chapter. Number 1. Embrace flexibility, recognize that life can be chaotic at times. This will help you adjust to new situations without losing your creative edge. Number 2. Prioritize tasks. When faced with multiple demands, prioritize tasks based on urgency and importance. Focus on what needs to be done immediately and what can wait. Number 3. Break down projects. Divide large projects into smaller, manageable steps. This makes them less overwhelming and easier to tackle amidst chaos. Thanks for sticking with me till the end. I hope you enjoyed the key takeaways from Mind Management, Not Time Management by David Kadavy. By focusing on managing our minds, we can unlock our true creative potential and achieve more meaningful results. If you found this summary helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications on our latest videos. Feel free to leave a comment with your thoughts or any questions.